Hi, Robbie Wong here, going to be on the historic best of 3 ladder with Rakdos Aristocrats. Okay, we'll fold some more. And I'm streaming right now, so be careful what you say. And one of my initial thoughts was, you know, it's so embarrassing to make mistakes in front of people. it's not privately shoved off in the corner, but you know, people really like having steep goals and accomplishing them, and one of the things you can do in Arena is make it to Mythic. So showing you guys a pathway to do that, warts and all, and trying to share that mentality too, I think is important. So this is really land heavy, and they've got lightning bolts on their sleeves. Alex Geh, no info leaking from there. This is a bunch of tap lands, but at least it plays. I throw back the Woe Strider. Yeah. Mayhem Devil plus Familiar. So opponent was not lying. Good for you, opponent. Telling the truth. So I think I'm going to oven first because I don't want my cat to get shocked before I can turn it into a food to loop it. Start dodging their instant speed removal. Okay, getting beaten up. Alright, so now let's actually Dreadhorde. Try and use this as a removal spell. What you gonna do? You're going to let it grow, or you're going to sack your Pyromancer. Doesn't take them off of Wizard's Lightning, but I think this is correct. This can keep up with a lot. If I was opponent, I think I'd block, because I'd still have Lava Runner. No? Okay, got it. Alright, end turn. If they play Infuriate or something like that, I can Witch's Oven my Dreadhorde Butcher. I think I take this. I can't stop them from getting damage through, so it's not really worth trying to play around. Lightning Strike. Let's make a food. Opponent played that well. I think I shoot get 2 Lava Runner, because even though the Pyromancer is a 2/1, I think I can block it better. Okay, so I'm going to play Cauldron Familiar to save on life. I'm going to try and keep my life total high with this blocker. And normally I like saving Fabled Passage cracks for Mayhem Devil so I can get extra value out of it, but I really, really don't think it's worth it in this instance because I need to be able to play Mayhem Devil next turn. Because Mayhem Devil plus this equals a lot of their deck doesn't function anymore. Okay. So this is really good against Cat Oven. I think I still go through the loop here because it's like, if I let it through, I take 2 damage. If I go through the loop, I take 1 damage. So, well, I guess it's 2 no matter what, but I get to drain them a little bit. So I take 2 regardless. If I let it through, I take 2. If I loop this, then I take... Well, no, I just take 1. Oh no, I don't gain life. Let's see if opponent has shock to punish my block. No. Alright, do I Village Rites? I think I'll save that for maybe a land drop. Alright, boom, we did it. Alright, so Mayhem Devil. Let's kill the Ferocity. Sure. Alright, so we're going to Village Rites to draw cards. So sacrifice this. Each cat loop is worth 2 Mayhem Devil triggers. They had the Wizard's Lightning. Interesting. Okay, so let's play Cauldron Familiar. Sack this food. Shoot the Ferocidon. We're gonna lose the Mayhem Devil, but not before they lose the Ferocidon. Sack the cat. Taking a lot of pings. So I have one more Mayhem Devil trigger on this, so if I bring this back, I can sack this food, get one more trigger out of it to kill the Pyromancer. Maximize. We couldn't gain any of that life there, but their board is clear, and it's Cat Oven versus our 3 cards. Thanks. Oh my god. Woo! Well, you know, one good turn deserves another, so we Woe Strider will stop some of the damage from Chain Whirler, and it will let us restart our cat loops. And with 2 ovens and some life gain, we just need to fade Experimental Frenzy. Main deck Ferocidon. Okay, pass the blockers. Block the Chain Whirler. Block. Before damages, we're going to sack this. Missed a lot of life gain there. Cat loops. That's the first strike. Okay, so play Cauldron Familiar, sack this food, start gaining some of this life back. Now I'm attacking, so I'm going to go ahead and risk them having a shock or lightning strike here, and go ahead and complete the loop one more time. I'm a little sad if they have shock or lightning strike, but stabilizing isn't enough against mono red. You still need to close the game out, especially in historic. Experimental Frenzy is not something you want to play around. Play with. Now it's our turn. Okay. Mayhem Devil's a great draw. So let's attack. See if we pull out the lightning strike. Okay, no lightning strike, but let's go ahead and press our advantage. Mayhem Devil. Okay, still nothing. We're gonna sack this cat and bring it back once and leave the other activation. Oh, I can kill the Chain Whirler. Okay, so we'll kill the Chain Whirler. 1, 2. And 3. Bye, Chain Whirler. Alternatively, I could have pointed it at their face, and they'd be down to 4. So that's worth keeping track, right? So if I ignored the Mayhem Devil, they'd be down to 4, and I would be taking 3 on this next turn, down to 10. Frenzy, aforementioned. Okay, so we need to close out that game. This makes me a little sad that I did not shoot their face. Yeah, they'd be at 4 and they'd just be dead next turn. That was a mistake. That was a mistake. Okay, so they'd be at 3 right now. Yeah. Totally worth the 1 point of damage. Alright, let's see if it comes back to haunt us. So we're pointing everything face now. Alright, we're gonna be fine.
Chandra Nalar, Pyromancer extraordinaire.
Okay. So
mostly.
I think the better way to think about that, I think my targeting in the Mayhem Devil was incorrect. I was at 13. The only way I'm sad, and I can even leave a cat activation up, is if they attack, and then I die from 13. 13 is a pretty high enough life total with the amount of lands I have in play. Sometimes the way I think about it is the number of lands times 2 or 3, depending on what you've seen them play. You know, how many Lightning Strikes have they played? How many Wizard Lightnings have they played? And then that's their maximum damage output if they go runner, 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 runner. Okay, 13 was high enough. I think that was a mistake. Okay, so Eliminate's great. Noxious Grasp doesn't have text. Let's pull out the expensive spells that cost life. And do I want Act of Treason? No. I don't think so. It's kind of expensive. I don't know what I'd replace with it. Okay, so in this matchup, I like to think of our deck as the control deck. And a control deck wants to hit its land drops, but not this many land drops. Okay, better. And let's throw back the Whoosh. I'm missing red mana though. Mayhem Devil's just so good. So we're trying to survive. So let's do this. Let's play Witch's Oven to play around them removing our cat before we can foodify it, bake it. Backup Woe Strider. Alright, happy with my mulligan decision. Or not mulligan. Bottom scrying decision. They have Ferocity. I need to keep that in mind. Non-combat damage. It's -1, -1. Raid. I think I get the cat loot now. Happy sounds. I'm going to attack, so I'm going to bring this back. Still no red mana. Let's go to combat. Attack for 1. This is the hard game. Being on the draw against mono red, not good times. Shocking. I think I scry? Because I need red mana pretty badly. I should sacrifice the Familiar. I can block with the goat, chump with the goat. Priest. Really good, but I don't have a way to fuel it. So we're going to bottom that looking for red. Goodbye, Woe Strider. Thank you for saving me 2 points of life. You were a loyal bodyguard. Maybe that's wrong. Maybe I should save that for a bigger creature or a Village Rites. I can call the Death Dwellers, the Woe Strider, back. And now it has Death Touch. I would much prefer to put that onto a Mayhem Devil, but it is what it is. Okay. Opponent doing a good job of clearing my stuff out. Not letting anything stick. That's 2/2 haste. Alright, I am not going to block, so that way I can Village Rites, and hopefully they don't kill it. Eliminate! Alright, well let's see what we draw here. And I could play this on their turn, but I think I would rather have all my options and hit my land drop. Because I... oh my gosh. Deck! Alright, so let's... Eliminate is an instant, so we're going to save in case there's an Embercleave, or if they go land Embercleave, or if they go Infuriate. I can maybe save myself a couple more points of damage. Okay, I can't play any creatures, so does that change who I shoot? I think I shoot the Ferocidon. I can't afford to take that much damage. So other advantage to saving the Eliminate for instant speed, you get the full options. Where are my red lands? Not hitting our land drops is, or not hitting our mana fixing is going to cost us dearly. We could maybe stabilize if I draw next turn. Yay. Bad news bears. Okay, or we just draw another Mayhem Devil. Game 3. I like the way I boarded. Let's just run it back. Yeah. I find that the Aristocrats deck is a lot more stimulating mentally. Being able to think through your lines. Oh, that's such a good one. I really need my land drops though. I'm gonna hold on to that. Maybe that's greedy. I mean, I have a land drop, so get my auto pass value here. I'm gonna get red mana for Chandra. This is something you should know, and me not knowing is scaring me. Yeah, so I don't have, the only double pipped cards I have are Chandra, so I don't need to find double black unless I'm trying to double spell. Opponent, what did you keep? Okay, so I'm going to play Oven, Priest, pass a turn. This Priest is 100% dead. Not a chance. Some of you will have to be sacrificed, and that is a price I'm willing to pay. Rampaging Ferocidon. Okay, so I can claim that, swing for 4, and bake it into a pie. And then after that, I can play my other priest. Nom 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 nom. Alright, got six in the bank. I think opponent probably should have stuck to their strategy of being the aggressive deck. Waiting till turn 3 with mono red. I don't know. Seems risky. Ooh, that's a good one. I hope they don't have shock. And even if they do, call the Death Dwellery this plus Serrated Scorpion sounds like a really good deal. Alright. So if they shoot Dreadhorde, yes, that's fine. So that dies. I shoot you for 2, and at the end of this turn, I'm gonna sack the Serrated Scorpion so I can get maximum Death Dweller value here. That's rough against our food. Okay, so you die. You Chandra. You know, okay, so I'm going to eliminate this. They don't have any pressure going on. I'll be sad if they Experimental Frenzy, but I need to clear that Ferocidon so I can sort of guarantee. Okay, so I could Chandra and get 2 in, and that will... No, let's get the creatures are your best source of damage. 1, 2. And we're going to give the Dreadhorde Death Touch on the Serrated Scorpion, which it should have anyways, because it's a Scorpion. And we'll give the evasion to Dreadhorde, so that way it's harder to chump. Let's see if one of these just eats a removal spell. Okay, so let's turn this into some food and hope that another Ferocidon doesn't come knocking my way. Mayhem Devil would be a great draw. So next turn is Chandra, flood the board. Claim, Chain Whirler, swing for 4, make more food. Don't have double red. Okay, opponent getting really low. Serrated Scorpion is 2 points of damage on a stick. I'm going to eat a food if they play Frostodon, and I'm going to eat a food at the end of their turn. Wizard's Lightning, sure. We are in a commanding position. Nom nom. Okay, so they need shock, and then that's just the absolute worst way to interact with Chandra.
Anyone need a match?
Good game.
No. Too bad.
Okay, so if you're on the mono red side of it, I think mono red is powerful because it can play turn 1, turn 2, turn 3. It has a lot of draws that do that and push the other decks out. Waiting till turn 3 with an aggressive deck like that, I think you have to have found like phenomenal cards. And our deck is not particularly passive either. So when you wait till turn 3 to play with an aggressive deck like mono red, you're choosing to take the controlling side of the matchup, and if your opponent is even remotely aggressive, you don't have the tools to keep up with that. Sure, Experimental Frenzy is good, but if you don't draw it, then you can't play that role. That's the only card in their deck, in my opinion, that can play a controlling role. So it was a good game. Thank you, Alex Gay, wherever you are.
Did you concede or did you lose?
Well, you can read the screen and see. Always answer questions with more
Victory!
questions. Yeah.
Papa.
So make sure to like, share, and subscribe.
And make sure to ring the bell.